was concerned. He went to Thessalonica and it didn't go how he wanted it to go. Thessalonica didn't go down the way Paul had planned and envisioned in his head when he had received that Macedonian call so many weeks and months ago. Paul gets there, he sees people are being saved. He's like, all right, now it's time to do discipleship. He wakes up the next morning and they are dragging the Thessalonians into the streets and they are beating them. And Paul has to flee for his life. And all through this time, Paul has been concerned what has happened to the Thessalonians, what has happened to the Thessalonians. And Paul learns from Timothy's report, God happened to the Thessalonians. The gospel took place in the Thessalonians' life. God used the work of Paul, regardless of whether he was there to disciple them or not, to continue to grow them in the faith. It is important to note, though, that Paul writes this letter while he does ministry in Athens and in Corinth. He does not allow his concerns or his anxiety or his disappointment to prevent him from doing the work of the gospel. In fact, it is in Athens where Paul gives his famous speech at the Areopagus. And the Areopagus, if we can just do a history lesson real quick, the Areopagus was a place where governing councils, philosophers, judicial councils would come to meet and discuss and deliberate. It was a place in Athens where all the minds, the thinkers, the people who